happy.
Rock on.
Happy birthday. Much music.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Much music for 20 great years.
You don't look a day over 30.
Love ya. Mwah.
Will someone answer the phone?
Please don't slide on me like the ticket.
What's happening here? I forgot this is live.
Spontaneous.
Groundbreaking.
Unique.
Chaotic.
Electric.
Awesome.
No holes barred, fun TV.
Tonight, live from coast to coast. Much Music went to air August 31st, 1984.
Canada's first 24-hour music channel.
I remember when we were going on the air, everybody was nervous about how it was going to work.
The nation's music station, Much Music.
I recall it was like, you know, stepping over the edge of a cliff and hoping that somebody would build a bridge by the time that your foot hit the ground.
Get on with it here, all right.
It was the anti-television. You saw the mic wires. There was no hermetically sealed studios.
You know, so that's where it comes from.
Will someone answer the phone?
There was no teleprompter. There was no training.
There were no scripts. There was no director.
Are we back? We are back, yes, okay.
Back then, we made it up as we went along. There were no rules, and Much Music didn't know what it was, so it could be anything.
Is this working?
This is the stupidest idea. I loved kind of the everyday part of Much Music, going in and saying hi to everyone and just hanging out and goofing around and like, oh, what, we're on TV? Oops. Hi. Go Rick. Go Rick.
I just thought it was kind of great to have a Canadian music channel and somehow be able to fend off the MTV threat that was going to come over.
The artists loved the nuttiness of it. They loved the fact that there was a certain risk if they said things that it was just going live.
Excuse me, it's live, but man.
There was nobody to stop them from, you know, jumping around and throwing things around and being stupid, so it was great.
Where's the camera at? Where's the camera? Yo, man, we're taking over Much Music today.
Everybody's out in sort of the same space, and there's a real sort of a real excitement and a good vibe about the place when you go there.
And hello, how you doing?
It was so radically different from the kind of homogeneity and artificiality of everything else around it.
I think because of Much Music, you know, us Canadians are able to, first of all, view and see a lot of things at a different, in a different way than, like, the States does it.
It's a glimpse in the demystification of the lives of, you know, people who play in bands.
When was the first time you masturbated?
18, dude,
He was already in the military.
I blew a hole through the shower.
It doesn't seem like there's a cookie-cutter template to how they do things here, and I think that's great because you really get to understand, when they have musicians and artists on the show, you really understand a little bit more where they're coming from because they're open to them speaking that way.
I think it's great that Much Music plays music. It's one of only a few, you know, music channels that actually really plays music anymore. Much Music has been a springboard for a lot of Canadian artists, which is really cool to see because there's tons of great talent down here, and it deserves to be seen.
It was nice to see like a small indie band from wherever, Winnipeg or someplace. It's like all of a sudden they start getting their video played, and you know, it's really cool that they would take chances like that.
Want an industry boogie on a Sunday afternoon?
As a young musician, you thought to yourself, you know, I could actually make a video that maybe says something, and this channel would support it.
If it wasn't for Much Music, I don't think I'd be doing music videos.
It was something that I think really actually inspired me to get into television. Much Music, coming down here, promoting my rap group that I was in, got me in front of the TV and doing this kind of stuff. I found I enjoyed that more than rapping. Thank you to Much Music. Thank you for that. Thank you for giving me a direction in life.
Who would have known that when we first started off in 1984 that it would have lasted 20 years?
We are constantly evolving, constantly innovating.
I think art is the spiritual backbone of the planet, so if there were no Much Music, we'd all die.
I love Much Music. Does that help? You'll use this, won't you?
I think my favorite moment would be the intimate and interactive.
Welcome to the Chum City building here in Toronto for another intimate and interactive.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
This is Live at Much.
Hey! Guess who showed up in the building today? Metallica's here.
It's Sarah McLachlan.
Lenny Kravitz. The Backstreet
Backstreet Boys!
Christina Aguilera!
The biggest band in the world. This is you too.
The Spice Girls!
Tom Cruise, everybody!
Thank you. No doubt, Jennifer Lopez!
P. Diddy!
Nickelback!
Madonna is live in Much.
Those shows are all about getting close to your favorite musician.
Welcome to Much Music!
We're about to get intimate and interactive. What that means is that we're going to be taking phone calls.
We're going to hear songs tonight.
Faxes and emails.
The interactive part of it is what makes Much Music so cool.
While we were on the road, so we wrote all these songs. Shut up!
I'm really a big fan of this environment.
I can't believe it. Like, I'm shocked, and everybody's so cool and so crazy, and I love it. It's great.
Seems that half the entire city is here.
Perhaps there's a little intense excitement.
I grew up watching Much Music, and I grew up watching Intimate and Interactive.
With Much Music, everybody got to be a part of the party.
Which do you want first? The thing no one knows or the hug? Okay.
Can me and my friend have a hug?
You sure can.
Thank you.
I've actually never done anything like this before, so it's really cool to be so close.
This is about as close as I've ever gotten to you. Feels good.
You get to hear the questions that they want.
Hi. I was just wondering if you guys, wait, what's it?
Too slow!
I always wanted people, especially the audience, to make sure that they, saw these people as real people.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Boxers?
Boxers.
Boxers?
Briefs.
Ah!
Is there something between the four of you that people are missing? Because it is an unbelievable surprise.
We're all gay. You have a problem with it?
I want to know the intricacies of shaking your bonbon. Would you show me how to do that? Come on. It's slow like that.
And then you got it wham, there you go like that. Wham, wham.
Do you want to have sex with me?
Not on this chair, baby. Not on this chair.
I think it is cool that when there is intimate and interactives that all the fans get to come in. I remember seeing Green Day do one, and Billy Joe went out and sang in the crowd with his guitar and his mic.
I'm just a girl in the world.
Do you know the words to Cordelia?
Most of them.
Most of them? That's good enough. All right.
It's the most crowd-friendly, Yeah, it really is music intimate show and I've ever interactive. seen.
If all the people over here could just go, over here. Thank you. Well, let's get to what we're all about, live music.
If I had $1 million, I'd build a tree fort in our yard. Just a cab driver, you. I'm a survivor.
You read about them, you only saw them in big venues or when they did something for the Queen, but all of a sudden, oh God, look, no, they're not doing something for the Queen, they're on Queen Street. They're right there.
How's it going, eh? Were you here for Backstreet Boys? They've gone now. See ya.
If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. It's too easy. I'm a genie in a My name is King. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious?
city. What a town. What a night. What a crowd.
And I want to thank everybody here.
Sorry, I just had to stop and change the subject. This is really cool.
This has been the most bonkers half an hour of our entire life.
You know, this is Much Music's finest hour right now.
Thank you so much! Thank you.
For the first time ever in Much Music, right, Christina?
Yes, my
Christina
first
Aguilera.
Backstreet Boys are here. Pink, everybody, Pink.
This is Sum 41. They're a band.
Thursday on March. Really
Like the white D12.
Bam!
Welcome back.
The 2004 MTV Video Music Awards. Thursday, only on March. Brought to you in part by Kraft Dinner.
So oftentimes for people out there in the audience, it was the first time they ever got to see an artist in the flesh for the first time.
I'd like to say hello to Robert Smith of The Cure. Welcome to Much Music. Nice to have you here for the very first time.
For the first time ever in Much Music, right, Christina?
Yes, my
Christina
first time.
Aguilera.
Pleased to meet you.
Good to first time in Toronto.
This is Tom. Hi, Tom. And Johnny from Radiohead. This is their first time in Canada.
Pink, everybody, Pink.
This is Sum 41. They're a band. 18 Sensations.
There's a lot of excitement here in the environment. You know why? I'll tell you why. Backstreet Boys are here.
When Duran Duran arrived, it was pandemonium.
Oh, my God!
The first time I was here, Erica M was the VJ at the time, and we were probably looking real nervous because I just barely out of high school. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Listen, kid, you don't even have a microphone on, so keep quiet. You want to talk? 18-year-old.
I interviewed Janet Jackson, and she was, I guess, a teenager then. That's a very sexy sounding record.
My mother really enjoyed the album, except for the moaning.
On the last track?
Yeah, that's the only thing she says. She doesn't like to hear her baby do things like that.
I absolutely remember the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Welcome to Much Music, guys. They took the microphone clip, this little alligator clip with teeth, and they pinned it to their nipple and proceeded to do the interview with the microphone pinned to their nipple.
I remember interviewing Whitney Houston, and she was extremely sort of prim and proper and very young. Is it happening the way you thought it might with your career, or perhaps a little more quickly?
I think so. I worked pretty hard all these years trying to obtain to where I am today, so it's going pretty much like I planned it to.
You get these moments that were so magical that you would never get again.
I always watched Much Music growing up. I remember when NSYNC was on, because I was a huge NSYNC fan.
I was just wondering what you guys would be doing if you weren't in NSYNC.
I'd be playing basketball. Show me the moves. Hey, wait.
I don't know. I was kind of like, that Britney Spears. She's going nowhere.
I've heard like a rumor that you and Justin from NSYNC have gone out. I was just wondering if it was true.
No, it's not true. People are gonna start rumors, try, but no, it's not true.
No. Yeah. I couldn't imagine going solo. I don't think anybody could.
With the whole slew of boy bands and girl bands came Jessica Simpson, and it was surreal.
Ever since I was probably 8 years old, I've been writing letters to my husband, not knowing who he is. It's so funny because I look back on it and it's like, Dear Prince Charming.
I'm Nick. When Avril Lavigne came in for the first time, yeah, I don't know if others knew this, but I felt that this girl was gonna be huge.
I think that I've been prepared for this all my life. This is what I wanted. This is my dream. So I am ready.
I use Much Music mostly to see how old I've gotten. I put a thing of gum on my lip. In my mind, it was like, let's take this slick station down a peg.
Clean the gum off your face.
I didn't really spaz out as much as I should. I just sort of went, oh my God. Oh my God.
I remember coming into this small little studio first time we came here, and you know, it was my first time in Canada. I was, you know, kind of excited.
I feel like we're in the combat zone. There's all these people around us, like we're about to fight.
I love Much. I've grown to really love this place. Kids, love you guys.
in Canada, it's kind of an iconic position.
Much music VJs. There's a line from Star Wars. A greater collection of scum and villainy you will never find in one place.
I had the best job in the world.
We are pleased to present her as the newest Much Music. I hate this word. VJ.
They don't come to the public as a polished, finished product.
Coming up in this hour is how we start this. Oh, I'm a VJ.
We were the people that you could see every single day, that you got to know, that you actually could come and poke with a stick.
I'm feeling a strong impulse to go like this.
Whoa! I see lost it all over this.
Oh, I love you. I want sex with you, man.
I'm sorry. I'm working right now.
Shake it.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, give me a kiss. Oh, not again! I knew this was gonna happen!
I'm probably one of those fellows that actually bang you in your clothes. I mean, not.
VJs were given enormous kind of freedom to be silly.
Kids love lava walking. You know who the masters of metal are. These guys are bogus. We are excellent.
Words can't bring me down. No, they can, no, they can, no, they can. Wow,
Mini Master Chief Boy, me say me love up this strict melody.
If you really want me, like that would be so boss, eh?
Hold on. Quit playing games with my heart.
Quit playing games with my heart. He's got it.
DJs took their clothes off.
The microphone is attached to my chest hair. Whereabouts? In the middle of my chest.
Unfortunately, they think they look good, but they didn't take a poll.
1, 2, 3, go!
There's nothing wrong with being naked.
Can't believe you made me do this, man.
I'm watching you, and I'm watching you watching me.
The VJs can be brilliant, insane, insightful.
You're right up there beside the Pope and Ronald McDonald, you know.
Cool. Oh my God. Where did you learn this from?
That's a good question.
Very good interview, actually.
Oh, thanks.
Really good. Also, really smart. You know what I mean? Like provocative, like it made me think.
J.D. Roberts, John Roberts of CBS News.
J.D. Roberts? I guess it's the price that you have to pay.
Oh my God, what a segue. This man is a god. He's a god. You appreciate what you have here, Canada.
I liked Steve Anthony.
Steve Anthony, yeah.
I'm Axel.
That's not Axel.
Hi, I'm Steve Anthony, and this is the nation's music station. And I have my head in Hulk Hogan's armpit.
Erica M has been a heartthrob for, I'm sure, most guys my age.
Do you know, is Erica around?
All the young boys remembered Erica M.
Back off, baby.
Just getting a little kiss.
No.
Kiss. Besides.
Oh, God.
All right. My mom didn't like Erica at all.
Like
I think there's a connection.
You're cute.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Michael Williams, Rap City guy, was my favorite.
Michael Williams? Michael Williams was the tougher, staunch musicologist.
I feel good. I feel good.
Master T, of course. Yeah, big fan of him.
Master T.
Master T.
Seen you again.
Still in business, huh?
It's like the Jiggy. Yeah.
Okay,
you
all
got
right.
it.
MTV, they go through people. Much music. It's a very loyal company.
Oh, little fella, how are ya? Oh, Guy, it's me. T. McGee, how are you, fella? Oh, McGee.
I got it. Hey!
All-time favorite VJ?
George Stroumboulopoulos.
I mean, he's
Jumbo's the bro, man. He's great.
He's our boy, man.
I just met you and you got naked in a towel with me.
Yeah, but you're cute.
It's early. Wait till later on tonight.
Oh.
George, I am a fan. I hope you know that. You're a good man. Thank you, sir.
Rick's great. We love him. I remember when Rick was a temp.
Yeah. I'm Rick the Dork. How much music?
I put on the TV. I was watching on Much Music.
Oh, look at this guy.
And you suck, man.
Really bad. Forget names and everything like that.
How'd you end up as a VJ?
Oh, I won a contest.
You won a contest.
yeah. I was going to be a teacher, but I thought I'd do this for the time.
You seem to be doing all right.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Thanks.
A lot of kids do watch this channel, and if they can learn from it, then that's all the better.
We are going to deal with school violence today on The Real Deal. It was great because it really showed that Much Music, cared about the fact that we're not only playing videos, we're also, showing that we care about, our audience. Let's talk about solutions.
We have to find the root causes of all violence, right, in order to solve it.
I did enjoy that one night we were talking about that. Was it what do they call those? What is it, a round table? Yeah. But there was no table.
You are someone who calls himself a reverend and preaches to people, and yet you still don't want to take responsibility when people get the wrong take on your message.
Well, that's just as ridiculous as saying, should I blame Hootie and the Blowfish for making my life completely boring?
Politics and music go hand in hand. I think it makes a lot of sense for Much Music to be covering elections.
Mr. Prime Minister, what's up? How you doing?
Mr. Prime Minister!
Extendamix is in the house. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm being pushed.
Election 93 on Much Music.
Is this for real? But this doesn't give people confidence in that.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, listen to me, Louis. Let me finish.
Of everything I've done here at Much Music, I think my trip to Afghanistan was the one thing that our viewers really connected with. Much Music is here in Kabul, Afghanistan, a country that has been destroyed by war.
September 11th, we will always remember that day. We are still reeling from what happened.
How do you feel?
Just words can't explain.
This forum is a great forum today because it allows for questions and dissent.
Much has been so amazing for us.
For the next 30 minutes, we're going to be exploring the devastation that HIV and AIDS has had on this country.
If you're not infected, you are affected.
It really did impact people.
It's good that they use their power. The power that the music itself generates and the people's interest in musicians and bands to expose people to something else.
Poverty is widespread in Mexico, and it's common for kids like these girls to work in factories to help their families.
It was an incumbent responsibility on behalf of Much to make sure we were making that connection between artists and their issues and our audience.
The only information I had about Iraq was from what I saw on CNN. Right. Now we have an opportunity to be here and experience Iraq. What do you think the future of Iraq is?
I am asked about the humanity. Where is the humanity?
What's going on at Much Music?
The window is Much Music.
People came to check you out here to the window, so you want to come join and say what's up to them?
Whenever we drove by, I'd always get, by the window and see what's going on at Much Music.
This idea of letting people in as well as our stepping out is what defines, I think, the emotional connection between the public and Much that's different.
Are you all right out there?
Craziness ensuing in here.
That was revolutionary, I mean, like people could actually see in and see what was going on.
We just had the window open, and you would not believe the noise that's going on out there.
They hate us.
Hey, can you guys hear us outside? Because the guys in Instant, we're going to be coming out there very, very soon.
You can actually go outside and inside and be with the crowd in both spaces.
People get to come and actually see them face to face.
I want to talk to the guy with the dildo.
All right.
Stop it now. We're going to have to stop the interview. Stop it.
He's the one with the dildo. He's the one.
Okay, but
I just danced with the guy outside, the blue guy.
The blue guy, the guy who wants to be the
What's up, blue guy? I was dancing with him.
the blue guy.
And you'll have kids approaching the windows to get a glimpse of their heroes. And remember this one time we were speaking with Linkin Park.
I'm frightened right now.
These guys are scaring me.
Can we get security?
One of the
members of the band was outside in amongst the fans.
They don't know who that is.
You're going to the show.
You guys don't know who that is, do you?
That's our bass
that
player.
Guy.
That's right.
This guy right here.
So
That's our drummer.
There was one interview we did here on the Slave to the Grind tour where the whole street was shut down, you know, crammed full of thousands of fans and everything. And I mooned them. I pulled my pants down.
What size underwear?
This size.
I always liked that the kids would be at the window banging.
You acknowledge these people, because they'll keep banging if you don't acknowledge them. We'll just acknowledge them quickly. Okay.
Yes! It worked. Don't break the window. Don't break the window.
Don't break the window.
They are.
Is that going to break?
No, it's pretty.
Are they all going to fall through one day?
It was always exciting to be right there amidst all those vampires.
And look at that. Now that's true.
That's beautiful. That's what it's all about.
That is great.
But without creating these magical stories, you gotta stay interactive.
Bradford, Cameron.
Show.
It's definitely a lot more hands-on between the fans and the artists for sure.
The artists themselves are generally, what the F is going on here? You're this close.
It's a great system. Helps the kids feel like they're part of it without having to win a competition to do so.
Benji and Joel from Good Charlotte are joining us, plus a whole bunch of fans.
Giving kids the access to come and be a part of it is important. You have to do that. You can't stop doing that because, you know, they're the ones that keep it, you know, alive.
Much became part of every big event.
For me, I suppose the most famous one was the Live Aid show in London.
Whatever it takes to keep those people alive, I will do it.
Favorite moments were backstage at the Mandela concert. It was a real sign of the times as well, because the artists were leading the way in many instances.
In very little time, we'll be celebrating the ending of apartheid.
Another favorite moment was when I went to cover the Rock in Rio Festival. I got an opportunity to meet Ozzy Osbourne.
To be a rock and roll star, you don't have to be crazy and take drugs and alcohol all the time. It's just, I was burning out fast and I don't want to die, you know.
One thing in particular I remember very clearly is discovering Glastonbury Festival on Much Music.
It's the biggest event in all of England.
And it just looked so great, and I thought, if that's what the music business is like, I want to be at Glastonbury one day. And sure enough, a couple years back, I played Glastonbury. I just played it again this summer, and real dream realized, but it started with Much Music.
Good morning, it's Much Music 94 in Woodstock.
It's just nothing but an entire mud pit. But it's not mud. It actually is the porta potties.
If there's one Much Music event I'm proud of being part of, and trust me, there is only one, it was Woodstock.
Let that shit out of your f***ing system.
Woodstock pulled the plug halfway through our set on my mic because it was getting too crazy.
Let's just hope that some of them get hit between the legs and they don't breathe.
Much Music didn't just cover some of the big events, we created our own.
This is Much Music Spring Break 92, boys and girls.
Who's gonna be the winner? We don't know yet.
We were lovers in a dangerous time. Welcome to Spring Break 93 from Daytona Beach.
Are we having a good time or what?
Yep, it's as rude as it looks. That's true.
Welcome to Snow Job 94.
This is Snow Job 95.
Welcome to Snow Job 96.
Snow Job 1997.
Snow Job 98.
Snow Job 1999.
Snow Job 2000.
Snow Job 2001.
2002 snow job.
Banff, Lake Louise, Marble Mountain here in Newfoundland.
Kamloops, BC.
Daytona Beach, Florida.
Jasper, Alberta.
Beautiful Sun Peaks, British Columbia.
Hey, look at that down there.
Oh, jeez.
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
Oh!
I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on in, let me out.
You ready to do some wolf howling?
Peace out, y'all. Peace, Ken. Hope you enjoyed it.
My most favoriteest part of being at Much Music was the tree toss.
It was the transition from one year to the next.
I remember every year, it's like, what are they going to do? They fastened rockets to it. They tried to hit it in the dump. You know, did it ever make it into the dumpster?
Okay, big fella, do it for me, do it for me.
It's amazing how many different varieties of scenarios you can put a tree in, dramatic situations.
Rick the Temp, drop the tree.
The only problem I really see here, Ricky, is this right here. I know where the tree is.
It's a tree toss. Mike the Cleaner was like bad Mike the Cleaner, and then he had a fight with himself.
No need to see him. No need to see him. I found you, brother. No more, brother. I'm gonna eat you now. I'm gonna eat you now. No.
Where else are you going to do something like this?
All that training was worth it.
Down here, it's the smell of pine and it's the smell of victory. That's all I can say.
Much on demand.
Get ready. Oh! I love you!
Much Music can take pride in the fact that they have a lot of varied shows.
Gonna meet a rock star.
I've always loved the new music, you know. To me, I think that's been one of the best shows on any kind of music channel.
We thought The Wedge was cool.
My favorite show, God, well, the Power Hour. That was my Bible for high school. It was awesome.
Are you ready for the Power Hour?
I used to watch the Power Hour all the time.
The Power Hour? Power Hour.
You're watching.
And you're watching the Power Hour.
Power Hour.
Power Hour.
Power Hour.
There'd be no metal coverage if it hadn't been for Much Music.
I'm Lars from Metallica, and welcome to the very first Power 30.
Yeah!
You want metal, you've got metal. We're here to pump you up on the Power 30.
We're back on the Power 30, and here are two halves of Carcass. And
Two halves. One half.
Oh, thank you.
We're at Andrew, Alberta, for a site of the world's largest document. It's the giant pierogi.
And your names?
Mike.
And Mike. Mike and Mike.
Did you lock the cart? Because if one of them gets in the car...
You have the keys.
We have to pay attention, Mike. And Curtis is going to show us how to hypnotize the chicken.
I'm wondering my spell right now.
A show like Test Pattern was completely unique at the time, which is what a lot of Much Music was about.
The Dean of Rock and Roll!
Let's put a whole bunch of really stupid ideas and some cool ones and some that make sense and some that don't make sense in this kind of thing and throw it against the wall and see what sticks.
Today you're going home with a brand new two-slice toaster! Just give me a chance, Much Music, and I'll show you that I'll be the best VJ ever!
Ah, the VJ search. Broken hearts, broken dreams. Forever.
Whoa!
Thank you.
My name's Devin. I want to be a Much Music VJ! Yeah!
The next Much Music VJ is Devin! Much On Demand is a really fun show once you get used to the screaming.
Hello and welcome to Much On Demand.
We should have a little Kazzer Sean Desmond break-off.
She's the girl that I wanna be.
We dare you
Oh boy, here we go.
to eat dog food.
Okay, done.
I'm ready. Get ready. Oh! I love you! I love you so much!
I always loved watching Electric Circus.
This is where the party's at, right? This is where the party is.
This is Electric Circus, and we are live on the air. The excitement is in the air, and there's a good reason for that. It's the Electric Circus.
I think we're about to shut this street down.
It's Friday night!
Macy's on it.
It is?
I was from a small town, so like those people just looked insane to me at that time.
All right, we are live right here with the Electric Circus.
I remember I had a big crush on Monica Diol.
What the hell is going on?
I thought Monica Diol was just a really cool girl and gorgeous.
This is Queen Latifah.
Come on! Say hurt me!
I love Monica Diol.
Please welcome, live on the Electric Circus, Alanis Too Hot.
Electric Circus was always kind to us over the years that we've been coming up here.
When I say in, you say in! Come on now!
First time we performed up here was actually on that program. It's a lot of fun. It's fond memories.
Changed the face of music in Canada for sure. Sort of Soul in the City, Rap City.
Yo, what's up? I'm Jam Master Jay. This is DJ Run. And I'm DMC.
I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Ace, and I came to get down.
I'm Mike D.
And I'm MCA.
And I'm the king at rock.
My name is James Brown.
Hi, I'm Eric B.
And my name is Rakim.
This is Cool Mo D.
This is DPMD.
Hi, we're the Fat Boys.
I'm MC Light.
It's the lyrical monster Busta Rhymes. Chilling, y'all. And you're watching Soul in the City. Soul in the City.
Soul in the city.
Soul in the City. You know what I'm saying, boy?
Rhapsody was really the show that I really watched most religiously.
Today on Rap City.
Rap City. Rap City. You could not pry me away from the TV.
Yeah, I remember hanging out, waiting for Rap City to come on.
Rap
City.
Rap City, baby.
Rap City.
Check it out. It's the Notorious B.I.G. lounging on Rap City.
I love watching Extended Mix.
Yeah! Master T has arrived in the Extended Mix crib. Beautiful people, the beat keeps on grooving here on Extended Mix. My whole mandate was, if it made you move and if it made you groove, I was gonna play it.
When I say much, when I say music, much.
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
Because it all falls down.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to be the host and bodyguard for you tonight as well.
It was crazy important just because the only outlet that we really had to get things out in this country were college radio and, ironically, much music.
We are with the show. I met this girl when I was 10 years old. And what I love most, she has so much soul. The hot, word up, we on some hot music, the hot music.
Yo, this is Kanye to the Much Vibe.
You watching Much Vibe.
Much Vibe.
I'm Africa Bambaataa of the almighty Universal Zulu Nation.
De La Soul.
Tribe Called Quest.
Master P, Tupac Shakur.
It's Foxy Brown, the Ill Nana.
Rascals. The Black Eyed Peas.
This is Big Mama Queen Bee.
Ow, I feel good.
Believe that.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. Okay. All right.
Bye.
Okay. Hold up. No.
Wham.
Things went wrong.
You know, don't do the crime, you can't do the time.
What's happening here?
You always had really cool things happen, but more often than not, things went wrong.
You know, don't do the crime, you can't do the time.
Oh, shit. All right? Get up to North Vancouver.
Things always went wrong, and that was the joy of it.
There were certain artists that quickly... What is that? Is that a fire alarm?
My microphone. Erica, I'll use this one.
Your mic, where is it?
Holy f***. Much Music dared to make mistakes in front of people.
And this is live. Here we are, over here. That's okay.
Here we go. You're rolling it. Oh, yeah, we're still up.
I remember performing.
Stop this shit.
Our equipment stopped working on the first chord of the first song. And the awkward moment with the crowd.
We're having some technical possibilities.
From the coast to the end. Wait up, stop this. Are we live? What's happening here? What's happening here?
You know, when J-Lo came to town, somebody thought that, we should have these, J-Lo impersonators.
Thank you. It's terrible you guys don't have music for them.
Yeah, I know. We need to...
It's terrible. Much music.
Don't worry. Somebody won't be here tomorrow.
This is incredible. The incompetence here is just amazing.
I know, it is.
You're all flipping useless. I remember Angela Dorman saying about 50 times.
Oh, man, I love your act. I just realized what I said.
You know it's live TV when the artists are swearing.
Yeah, what the you know?
Hi,
Oh.
Yeah, f***ing right in the ass with the stick. Oh,
Maybe take down Bert's mic.
I forgot this is live. Sorry, Much Music.
People moon us. Their debut single in the UK.
We'll talk to you later, you camera hog. Get out of here. Sometimes interviews don't go so well.
Yeah, we just shared a lot of the same fans.
This is over.
This.
Is it really crusty inside your masks?
Uh-huh. It's and about the mask, I'll kick your ass with or without a mask.
Do you guys not like doing interviews?
No. Just kind of disappointed with the questions so far, that's all.
Okay, well, what do you want to talk about?
Well, you're hosting it. You've got some better questions.
Is there anything in particular?
Well, give us some interesting questions. We'll talk, definitely.
What's the one question that nobody has asked you that you want to ask?
I don't want him to ask me anything.
Ah.
So don't ask me.
Oh, okay. So you'd rather not do the interview at all?
I'd rather not.
You said that was the last question. Ow!
I love the MMVAs.
The Canadian Music Video Awards.
Welcome to the Canadian Music Video Awards for 1993. We're kicking it out. Let's move it.
Interesting.
The Much Music Video Awards.
Stay with us. It's going to be an evening of festivities, and hopefully nobody will get hurt.
The 1997.
This is an award show like no other.
I can feel the energy from you guys down below.
This is the hottest ticket in town.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a
a party.
Ain't nobody can hang with us. Rascals checkmate, Cardinal and Thrust.
They've grown over the years. We have international artists, stars,
Excited to come check out Lenny play?
Yeah, just came to check out my boy tonight.
athletes.
What do you think of this Much Music shindig?
This is amazing.
Why is it that you can show nipple and Janet Jackson can't?
I think it's because my nipples are nicer to look at.
I can hold that for you.
Which ass do you like better?
If only I could find a nice Canadian man to fertilize my eggs. Canada, show some love for Kanye West.
Everybody say cheek, God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down.
Larger earthling hero, David Bowie.
Britney Spears!
Wow. You can totally tell I wasn't expecting this. I'm like ready to perform.
Everybody, this is Blink 182.
Can you say my name?
Yes.
You ready? Go.
Say my name,
say my name.
If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you if you ain't running game.
Say my name, say my name.
What do you think about that? Oh my gosh, I'm alive tonight!
This has been an amazing party. Good night.
You're watching Idiot Television!
What do you think? Is anybody going to notice? Thank you.
Choo.
We're too busy singing.
That's enough! That's dangerous! You stop that!
You been drinking, man?
No, I don't drink.
He can't help it. He's terminally cute.
Gonna get more of me, will ya?
Thanks very much. Get the wrong, it's all men right.